GameChangers, we're back. Superbowl Predictions 2023. We're excited to get into this. So I'm going to gloat a little bit. I am now 8-4. I'm in the lead. My man Nick is out, and Matt is still hanging on by a thread. The best thing we can do is tie if we pick two different teams. But we're going to get into it. Before we move on, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, continue to follow the page. We give God the glory in every video that we do. So we are going to get into this. It is the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Philadelphia Eagles. This Super Bowl is going to be incredible, and we're going to switch up our order a little bit. We're going to go with the guy who is completely out first. Nick, who do you got in the Super Bowl?
All right, well, not that my pick matters, but
matters to us.
All right, so I'm just gonna say it right forward. I think the Eagles. No, I'm kidding. The Chiefs. Yeah. I think the Chiefs are gonna win because it's like Mahomes. He's like the best QB in the Super Bowl right now, in my opinion. Even though Hurts has had an incredible year. I think Mahomes has less weapons than the Eagles do, but at the same time, I feel like the way I see the game is going to go is I think the Chiefs are going to be down in the fourth quarter, and then Mahomes is going to have like some kind of crazy comeback or something, and I think he's going to pull it off. Yeah. It's just I think the Chiefs right now, they have everything going for them. The Eagles do as well. I think it's going to be a great game regardless, but I mean, like I said, I'm just bloviating because I mean my pick doesn't matter. I'm just going to say Chiefs. You both can go.
This is the least I've heard Nick talk. So. You feeling all right? You good?
I have an entire off season to recover, so I'll be fine.
100%. So, all right, I'm going to get into my prediction next. I think this game, and I think we all agree, this game's going to be incredible. I think the Eagles are the best team out of the two, but I think Patrick Mahomes is the best player out of both teams. And he's playing for more than just winning a Super Bowl. He's already won one. So I'm going with the Chiefs. My wife is not going to like that pick. She's a huge Eagles fan. We're from Philly. But I'm going with, this is a head versus heart pick. My head is saying Eagles because their team is healthy. I think they're the better team. But my heart is saying the Chiefs because I think Patrick Mahomes is playing for more than just winning the Super Bowl, like I said before. He's playing for legacy. He's playing for potentially being the GOAT by the time his career is over. If he wins another one by 27, we talked about it in the last video, he's on track to being one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. So, like I said, the Eagles, I think, have the better team. But I think something's going to happen in the game where Mahomes is just going to do Mahomes things, and he's going to will his team to win. There's a lot of factors that are going to be playing into this, though, because there's injured wide receivers. And we don't know who Mahomes is going to be throwing to besides Kelsey seems pretty healthy. But Tony's questionable. Looks like Hardman might not play. So there's going to be a lot of people that are going to need to step up. So we'll see what happens. So, Matt, who do you got?
I got the same thing. Yeah.
Listen, he had the opportunity right now to pick the Eagles so we could tie up. But I like it.
So by default, he wins.
Yeah, pretty much. I can't pick against the Chiefs. There's a trend over the past decade where the player that wins MVP in the regular season goes all the way to the Super Bowl and loses. So you've seen like Matt Ryan has done it. Brady did it the year of the Eagles. Brady was perfect that game. They still lost, but there was like Cam Newton the year that he made it. So there have been multiple MVPs that make it all the way to the Super Bowl just to lose. But I think the trend ends this year. I think Mahomes is going to take both. So MVP and then also, probably a Super Bowl MVP as well, honestly. But I kind of see this game starting off like I think the Eagles will jump on them quick. Like they might go up 10-0, 14-0, like in the first quarter or something like that. But then I just see like over the course of the game things more so just leveling out and the Chiefs just kind of showing their dominance. I think this will put Andy Reid into a higher tier as well, and people will start considering him as possibly one of the best coaches of all time. Yeah. If he's not already up there, he probably should be at least in the conversation.
Yeah.
Kansas City just has so much going for them. I know Mahomes is going to be thrown to a bunch of like backups and stuff, but it hasn't really mattered before. Yeah. So I expect probably a big game from like Chris Jones, like some of their pass rushers. I think at some point they'll do, similar to when the Eagles beat the Patriots a couple years back in the Super Bowl. They had that big strip sack. That's what ultimately won it for them. I see something like that happening like late in the game to maybe like clinch it, similar to about 5 Super Bowls ago. But overall, I can't pick against Kansas City. I think they're the best team in the league.
Yeah, so we all picked Kansas City, which is crazy because if you guys remember to the beginning of the year, a lot of the analysts were saying that, Kansas City might not even make the playoffs this year because they don't have Tyreek Hill and all that kind of stuff. That division's so stacked. But I think it's going to be interesting to watch as well. I think one of the keys to the game is going to be the Eagles' defensive line because of they were incredible this year. I think they had 4 guys over 10 sacks, which is just unheard of. So if they can get to Patrick Mahomes, then the game becomes really, really interesting. So, but again, I agree with Matt. Andy Reid, his biggest knock for all those years when he was with Philly was he couldn't win the Super Bowl. But then he won with Kansas City, and now if he wins another one, he's got that crazy winning record percentage. And then to add 2 Super Bowls to that, you have to put him up there as one of the greatest all time. So, any final comments? Last video, man. This is crazy. Feels like this year flew. So.
Yeah, it definitely feels like this year flew. I mean, it's going to be sad because after this week, no more football until you have like the preseason in August. So it's like it's sure it's going to be an exciting time, but as soon as it's over, it's going to be dang, we're not going to get this again until August. So
yeah. So for those of you that play fantasy football, it's a sad time right now, but it's all good. Now that's why you got to play Dynasty, so you have something to look forward to in the off season. But anyway, so listen, thank you guys so much for the support. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, continue to follow the page. Give God the glory in every video that we do, and make sure to check back because we're going to have an awards video, and then we're also going to have off season videos as well of predictions of where we think people are going to go, and then also the draft is coming up. We're going to do a draft video as well. Thank you guys for rocking with us. God bless. Catch you on the next video. Oh man, I got it. He beat me to it. Yeah. Where the cat's at?
See one over here.
Alright, here we go.